Kong and then on to London. Our first flight today is with Cathay Pacific from Shanghai to Hong Kong in business class. It's on one of their A330s, long haul configured, so we're going to give you a little review of that flight today.
So we've just arrived at Shanghai Airport and we're going to check in at the Cathay Pacific desks, which are in Zone D. So we've got a lot of bags and we're hoping they're going to check through to the next flight as well for us to save us doing it again. We had no problem checking in and Cathay were happy to check our bags through to London. After passing security, we headed to the lounge. We're just going to lounge. We got a little bit lost, but it's by the Costa by number 68. Access to the lounge is granted on One World status, Sapphire or Emerald, or if you're holding a business class ticket on a One World flight. Inside, the lounge is actually really big. There's lots of different seating areas, sort of comfy sofas, or there's tables if you want to sit and have food, and there's kind of like work areas with plenty of plugs around. Actually, the lounge is really nice inside, and on the side where you can kind of sit and eat, there's also great views out onto the tarmac where you can see the planes at the gate and also on the runway. The lounge offers a great selection of food and drink. There's everything from tea and coffee to, wines and spirits and fruit juices. There is a hot and cold buffet, and there is also a noodle bar where you can order like dumplings and noodles, and we'll give you a little look at some of the things you can order there as well. Our flight today was Cathay 367. So we've just started boarding and now we're getting on our plane to go to Hong Kong. As soon as we boarded, the crew offered us a choice of a welcome drink and a hot towel. Cathay's A330 business class is arranged in a 1-2-1 configuration. All seats have direct aisle access, and in particular this plane had a larger forward business cabin and a smaller one behind it. Before takeoff, the crew brought me a bottle of water as they noticed I had a bit of a cough, which was nice. Me and Jordan both selected seats that were on the window side of the plane. The seats are angled towards the window. Directly in front of the seat is the in-flight entertainment screen, which isn't fixed and has to be popped in and out. To the left hand side of the seat is the control remote for the in-flight entertainment, a light and various power outlets, as well as the buttons to adjust the seat into bed mode or into a slight recline. Next to this was also a small little compartment which already has the headphones in it and a place to hang them. At the base of the seat is a ledge. Under this is some storage space where you can place like your shoes, and this ledge becomes the base of the bed, as we'll show you later on. Also just to the left of the seat is a small handy side table. The in-flight entertainment can be controlled both by the remote and also by touching the screen. There was a good selection of TV and film on there, and there was plenty to watch. The table pulls out from the left hand side under the side table, and once pulled out it's simply, you can have it out halfway or you can fold it out to have a full size table. It's quite sturdy, and even when it's fully out it can be pushed in slightly so you can exit your seat without too much trouble. Finally, hidden away at the base of the seat is this very small storage compartment, which in this case has a bottle of water in it. Even though this was a relatively short flight of around 3.5 hours, we did put the seat in bed mode, and as you can see here, it actually makes a really decent sized bed. And what is a nice feature is your feet aren't in like a cubby hole, so there's more space for them to move around. Shortly after takeoff, the crew started the in-flight service. They came round and offered us another round of drinks. After the drink service, the crew came round and asked what we wanted for dinner. Me and Jordan both went for the stir-fried beef option, but I think it's really good that they had 3 options on a flight this short. Again, they also offered more drinks with dinner, and just as a quick look, these were the champagne and wines that are on offer. Here's the beef stir-fry, and it was absolutely amazing. They also then offered Häagen-Dazs ice cream for afters. For the rest of the flight, the crew always came around and made sure we had everything we needed. Overall, we had a really nice flight with Cathay Pacific. And of course, a special mention to the crew again, who are absolutely fantastic. The head crew, he came through, introduced himself, he kind of said, I know you're British Airways and we hope the Cathay Pacific hospitality will be just as good, and it's definitely probably better than British Airways. So again, fantastic crew. We hope you've enjoyed this video, and we look forward to sharing with you our next review, which will focus on the Qantas Business Class Lounge in Hong Kong International and our worst flight of 2019, which was British Airways.